All right, Amanda, the next session is the strength and balance section, and I really just did a brainstorm on different things that we could do with the focus on exclusively standing and integrating the combination of strength as well as balance in a practical and functional manner. So the first one is our standby. It would definitely be our chair squat. So up and down from the chair. With this, we could also talk about standards and values as it relates to lower body strength based on age. That would be a nice little add in there. And then inner outer thigh manually, so pressing outward, which is going to get some upper body strength as well for our people, our audience, but having them resist as we're getting into adduction and working that, and then also resist as we're going into abduction. So if you think about it, this actually ends up becoming a chest exercise as I'm resisting abduction, and it becomes a back exercise as I'm resisting adduction. So just a little bonus there that we're not really even considering actually. Triceps. I would love it if our audience had a chair with arms. That would be ideal. So what I'm thinking there is just the practical function of pushing up and how that relates to the tricep while being safe to the shoulder joint. A lot of times, especially with our audience, the range of motion isn't there. But one addition we could do if it was a chair like the one I'm demonstrating in is to sit to the front and just do a mini dip. We don't want our clients doing a big dip here. Really all we're looking for is just that functional strength that's needed to go from here to here, pushing from the chair. And first balance integration, using the chair either to the side or behind. I'm just going to go here so you can see. Would be single leg balance, so as needed chair or free, and literally just working ankle motions. So we can be working pointing and flexing. We can be working kind of this side to side windshield wiper motion. And we could also be doing circles. But as I'm working my ankle muscles on this side and counterclockwise, I'm getting a lot of good deep hip strength on the left side that relates to balance, as well as the work that's going on in the arch of the foot to keep control. So that one, and certainly both sides. Another good one, standing one leg hip extension. I'll go sideways for this one. So bending the knee based on flexibility that our audience has here. That's going to determine how their knee bends. And then having them simply keep the knee bent as they extend back, recruiting the hamstrings and the buttocks primarily. And again, getting a secondary benefit on balance and support on the standing leg. Standing one leg reach to chair. I'm going to put it kind of at a slight angle here so you can see. So if somebody is really concerned about their balance, just a little step like so with a little freedom like this, all the way to progressing to a deeper reach, to a full stand, and of course being able to go hands-free eventually without the use of the chair. Both sides. One leg star exercise is another one to consider. So chairs there if needed, and single leg balance, so stepping at different points as if a sundial or a star, like so, and ultimately lending itself to no taps and moving in all these different directions while working on center of gravity control the whole time. And doing both sides. This is a great one. My 89-year-old client will be doing this one today. So heel toe walk, slow. It's a slow transition walk. It really reflects improvement of gait cycle. So slowing the process down, starting with the toes up, weight on the heel, transitioning so that now the front foot is flat, the weight is on the ball of foot of the back foot, taking a high knee step, lowering with just the heel, transitioning to the other side, so now I'm on the ball of foot on the right side, one more high knee, and then reverse direction, backwards, toe first, ball of foot first, no heel, transition to a flat foot on the right, toe lift on the left, high knee, transition to ball of foot on the left, flat foot on the right, now toe up on the right, flat foot left, high knee once again, down with the ball of foot, and then I'd return to start. Doing both sides. That is a really great one for slowing down, like I said, the gait cycle and getting people reacquainted with the transition step in swing phase before moving on. Reduces a lot of shuffling. Okay, next one. Standing heel raise. We do this one kind of at an angle. So my thought with this is working the lower legs. So stand, hands free and lower. Stand, hands free and lower. And we can do the reverse. Toes up, hands free and lower. Toes up, hands free and lower. Let's see, the only other ones that I had were like tubing exercises. I don't know that they're absolutely critical. I just know that we're kind of missing some pulling action. We're not getting a whole lot to the back. But if we just had body weight, just to consider that, you could have them work in their hinge pattern. So moving strictly from the hips, that's a missing thing, especially as we get older. We tend to bend forward here instead of using the hips. So hinge pattern, and then use the weight of the arms, and we can come straight back, which is going to work the triceps, posterior shoulder, and the lats as well. And back down, and we could go straight out, which is going to strengthen those middle back muscles. Really good for posture, don't need any weight for it. And back down. And we could literally just go back and forth with those two. While in that hinge position, if we wanted to add another degree to it, we could split the stance, like you showed in one of your videos that you provided to me. So we can get into that split stance, shoulder extension, horizontal shoulder abduction, and play with those two. So those are my thoughts on strength, not necessarily to use all of those, but I just wanted to throw a bunch of things your way so you can kind of see where my mind's going with the thought process, and we can kind of go from there when we have our talk.